Man, what a big week. So many great books, but had to narrow it down to three. So let's see what made my top three for this week. Man, so many good books, like I said. Number ones, some stuff that was ending. Events. Man, it's been so tough to really come up with something, man, because the quality of books, the amount of books, just a very large week, man. I think all the publishers decided to just dump everything on this date and say, go for it. But hey, it is what it is. I love weeks like this, but I can't handle weeks like this all that often. Man, it's tough. Coming in at number 3 is The Flash 1 Minute War Part 4, issue 793. Man, this book, this whole series, I've been saying it, highly recommend. I mean, it's just good old-fashioned style comic book event. It's awesome. But in this particular issue, it's a little bit more dialogue heavy than the previous books. So, a little bit more, not as much action as the previous books, but all of it has a purpose, all of it has a reason. And in this issue, man, they're coming up with a game plan. The Flash family, they're coming up with a game plan to try to go on the offensive, right? And we find out that the Fraction kind of values what they call, I couldn't remember, I had to look it up, organic conduit more than gold. The Fraction values organic conduit more than gold, which seems to me that this organic conduit that the Fraction that they're labeling everybody, what they mean by that is the people on the planet. I guess because their end goal is to not only take all the resources of the planet when they invade a planet, but also take people as slaves and stuff like that. So, yeah, but the progression, you find out that Barry Allen, he's kind of struggling through some things, and Wally kind of helps him out a little bit, gives him a little bit of a pep talk and kind of things like that, and I'm not going to give any spoilers on how they kind of go on the offensive, but they pull a little okey doke. I'll say that much. That unless I missed it, they didn't really explain it through all the dialogue when they're talking about their plan, their game planning. So that was interesting. Things kind of didn't go exactly as planned. Again, I'm not gonna say that, but it left for an interesting ending of this issue. So, yeah, man. Anyway, The Flash issue 793, 1 Minute War Part 4. Awesome, self-contained event. Love these things. But that's my number 3 book of the week. Coming in at number 3 is Deadpool issue number 4. This book starts off with a bang. So if you remember in issue number 3, Deadpool and Valentine, they're in the zoo, right? They're in the zoo and hanging out. They're having a little date. And at the very end of issue 3, Harrower and Doc Ock, they find them at the zoo, and they're just ready to go to war. They're ready to go to battle, have a big battle. So this picks up right there in that moment. And so needless to say, Doc Ock and Harrower, they're battling it out with Deadpool and Valentine. I don't know. Pick one, I guess, right? So, anyway, along the way, during the battle, Deadpool, his backpack, he has his little buddy, his little symbiote buddy. And not going to give too many spoilers. Try not to give any spoilers, really. But he gets out and basically... he's excited to see Mommy, the symbiote. He's excited to see Mommy, which is the Harrower, right? And through middle of all that, basically, it seems as if that Harrower and Doc Ock kind of win this battle because they kind of captured Deadpool, and but right before that, Lady Deathstrike, she kind of makes an appearance. Didn't turn out too well for her. I'll just say that didn't turn out too well for her, and Valentine cannot find where Deadpool is, so she is going on like she's about to go on a warpath to find her love, man, to find her love, and she kind of traps Lady Deathstrike into helping her, basically. So that's kind of where this book kind of ends. I'm not going to give away the spoiler. There's a big surprise at the end. Like that last page, he's like, whoa, didn't expect that. At least I didn't. So, but yeah, that's kind of where the book ends, though. So issue 5, when that comes out, it's going to be good, man. So Deadpool, issue number 4, is my number 2 book of the week. And coming in at number 1 is none other than Superman, issue number 1. You know, there's some things that you wait for, and it sometimes does not meet your personal expectations, because I know that I've waited and been excited about books, and when they finally come out, some of them not necessarily disappointment, but you kind of overhyped them in your mind, right? This book right here, it's amazing, man. This book is awesome. It actually is better than I was expecting it to be. I mean, it gives you like a really old school kind of feel to it when it comes to Superman. The vibe is just awesome. You got Lois Lane. She has a new role. All right, I'm not going to give the spoilers. You have a new police chief. And there's some things in here that kind of go outside of the box in a way that Joshua Williamson is doing, and I like it. It fits perfectly. And man, and I gotta tell you, the artwork in here by Jamal Campbell is just, I mean, it's awesome, right? There's this one spread in here. This 2-page, look at this. Whew, man, this is beautiful. Look at that. And through here, it kind of gives like history, like history, like events from his past, Superman's past, Clark Kent's past. You know, so I mean, man, this is just a beautiful book all the way around, right? So anyway, you have, I really don't want to talk about the book itself because it's just like, I don't want to give any spoilers, because I highly recommend everybody go and pick this book up, because there's been people that are not necessarily Superman fans that have read this book and it's just like, wow, this is good. So I feel like I'm just rambling on, but I think we're in for something big. Joshua Williamson was on, I watched something recently on YouTube. He was on another like podcast show, and he had mentioned that this Superman run that he has, it's going to be like short arcs, like 2-3 book arcs. So he's got to kind of like keep it moving along. So that's going to be interesting. And he did bring up the fact that, you know, the people that live under the city, under the ground and stuff, the monsters and whatever, that issue 4, that's all he really said about that, issue 4. So we'll see. But man, I'm just super excited. I'm super excited. It's nice to have Superman, Clark Kent, in a new issue number 1. So yeah, I'm talking more so about my own personal hype and things like that about this book than the actual story itself. But I'm gonna tell you, there's some surprises in here, I feel like, Because you got Lex Luthor, he's locked up. And he's making deals with Superman, and he's setting him up with something. I'm not going to say. Because I feel like in the long term, it's going to be a crucial part of the story. So I don't want to spoil it. But, man, this book is just something else, man. You know, some more art. And the nice wraparound cover. Pretty solid for a cover A, main cover. So anyway, I feel like I can just ramble on about this book for forever because it's just that good. Go check it out, man. Superman #1, hands down, among all the books that came out this week, my #1 book of the week. Well, there you have it. That's my top 3 books of the week among all of the books that I had. Tough call, man, but these were the cream of the crop for me. And just to give a little recap, Flash 793, 1 Minute War, Part 4 was my #3 book of the week. Deadpool, issue #4, was my #2 book of the week. And, of course, Superman #1. Joshua Williamson is writing gold right here so far through 1 issue. My #1 book of the week. So, let me know what you think of my top 3 in this tough week. What were your top 3? Just let me know, man. Let me know what you guys read. I'm really wanting to know. And with that being said, the description below has a link with my Facebook page as well as my Instagram. So please check that out. Give it a like. Follow me over there. And if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm going to catch you guys on the flip side.